Good day, everyone. My name is Jewel. This is J7409 Weather. Thank you so much for clicking play and checking it out with me today. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Click subscribe, click the bell, and then click all to make sure you get all the latest in weather news. When I put my videos out, I would appreciate it very much. I'm going to make this as short as possible. I have a doctor's appointment. This heat is getting to me. No matter what I do, air conditioning going, fans going, everything going. Today, once again, it's going to be 108 where I live. It's just something, folks. But on the tropical outlook of things, we have things to look at. Okay, this system right here that's moving across Canada, as you see right here. Not Canada, Cuba, I mean. Cuba is going to go into the Gulf. I'm going to have a more distinct, detailed forecast with the good Lord's will later this afternoon explaining everything. I have gone over this stuff this morning, though, but like I say, I got a doctor's appointment. I have to cut this as short as I can. But it does look like it's going to go over just like it's pointing in this picture. And around these areas in Texas, maybe a little of Louisiana, you guys could get some heavy rain coming your way, as well as some winds, because it's looking like this system right here, you're going to get showers and thunderstorms near the Florida Keys into the Gulf of Mexico by midweek. Now, that's tomorrow, starting tomorrow. Now, this disturbance could generate some very heavy showers and thunderstorms along the central and western Gulf Coast the second half of the entire week. Now, the National Hurricane Center is going to send out a plane if they think it's necessary in a little bit, and I'll tell you more about that in just a second. But then we come down to this system right here. If you notice, the first little system that was up here by Texas yesterday is gone. It was just a rainmaker. This system, it may turn into something. I'm pretty sure it probably will. And what it's looking like for the most part right now, we have to remember all this can change. But I would say all of the islands, you guys need to be on the outlook, okay? Especially these little islands, say halfway up into here. Now, if you live on any of these islands, I'm not saying you're going to get a hurricane. You could get some tropical weather. We may not. Remember, all this stuff changes, but at this point today, I think you will. So you need to be aware of what's going on. And like I say, I will try my best to have a complete update for you later in the afternoon. So stick around for that, and I will do my best to get that done. Now, if either of these turn into a tropical system, the next name is Gonzalo. Gonzalo, that's what it would be named. If both of them were to turn, the first one would be Gonzalo, the next one would be Hannah. Now, the National Hurricane Center this morning is saying this is still a tropical wave, and it is. I've checked some things. I can't go over it all right now, but it is producing a large area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms over western Cuba, the northwestern Bahamas, and southern Florida, and the adjacent Atlantic and Caribbean waters. Now, gradual development of this system is possible while it moves west-northwestward during the next few days. This system is expected to move over the southeastern Gulf of Mexico later today, the central Gulf by tomorrow, and then the northwestern Gulf on Thursday and Friday. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you from everything that I have seen and checked this morning, it looks like it really will try to develop, folks. But I'm not saying hurricane, maybe a tropical storm, maybe not. Still a little too early to tell because it has a few days it has to go through the Gulf. Now, an Air Force Reserve Hurricane Hunter aircraft is scheduled to investigate this system. this afternoon if necessary. The formation in 2 days is low at 30%, and in 5 days it is 40%. Once again, as it's looking this morning, it's going to try real hard to turn into at least a tropical depression, maybe a tropical storm. We're going to have to wait and see. One thing for sure, though, if you live around this area of Texas, maybe a little of Louisiana right here on the coastline, but if you live in Texas up in this area, you are going to get some heavy rain out of it. Now, as we come down to disturbance number 2, this fella is going to try its best. I'm pretty sure it will become a tropical depression, if not a tropical storm. Right now, it's showers and thunderstorms. They're better organized in the association with this low-pressure system, located about midway between the west coast of Africa and the Lesser Antilles. Environmental conditions are expected to be somewhat conducive for development. A tropical depression could form during the next day or two while it moves westward. It's still going to be a low. It's going to be moving westward around 10 miles per hour of the tropical Atlantic. But by the weekend, it looks like a little less favorable condition should limit additional development. Now, we have a 60% chance in 2 days and 5 days. What's going to happen? We have this huge high right up in this area. It's going to push down some. That's going to bring a little bit of that Saharan dust with it, and a little bit of shear wind's going to get into it. But it still could form, folks. So, we really need to watch both systems. Pay attention. Both systems for the next several days, right on into next week. And we will have another one coming off the coast of Africa in a few days. As we look at the national map for watches and warnings, this stifling summer heat and humidity is taking a little bit of a break across the northeast in wake of a passing cold front. Remember I told you about that? It's not going to be sweater weather, but you might get a little bit of relief on the temperature side today and tomorrow. You might see 70s in northern New England and 80s in southern New England and New York. But other than that, you can see everything in the orange and this dark purple. That includes me. It's going to be hot, 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 hot. It's looking like all of these heat advisories are in place from the Chesapeake Bay on south into the Carolinas today, as the heat indices are going to be over 105 degrees. That is expected. Like I say, at my house, at least 108. We may hit 110. Now, other than that, we do have red flag warnings. Red flag warnings out in Nevada, Utah, parts of Arizona. This is just humidity levels up in these areas. And also, above average heat's going to continue in Washington State and Oregon into the Intermountain West today. But for tomorrow, it's looking like highs in the mid to upper 90s are expected to shift a little east into the northern Rockies and High Plains. But a cold front provides cooler weather to the Pacific Northwest by Wednesday. And so far as severe weather goes today, we still got that chance of severe storms possible across the parts of the central High Plains with hail and wind. Now, isolated strong to severe thunderstorms are possible over parts of the upper Mississippi Valley and from the mid-Mississippi Valley to the mid-Atlantic, with some damaging wind gusts that are going to be very, very possible. I'll show you in a moment. Greatest chance right here in Colorado, a little bit of Wyoming, as you can see, but it's marginal all the way across in this dark green. It is so hot still, folks. Chance of a pop-up severe thunderstorm could happen anywhere you see green on this map. Tornado, though, outlook is low at 2% for portions of northeastern Iowa, portions of eastern Minnesota, and mid to western Wisconsin. Now, this wind is going to be the greatest chance of the severe wind at 15% is up in parts of Colorado and Wyoming, but everywhere in this 5% chance, if you have a thunderstorm to pop up, you could get some very damaging downdraft winds. And hail, biggest chance of hail, still Wyoming, little bit of the panhandle of Nebraska and Colorado, with the possibility of hail in the panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma, moving on across into Kansas and parts of Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin, Minnesota. There you have it. If you see any severe clouds looking like they're making up, please take cover. That's a check of your weather today. I will be back with the good Lord's will with a complete tropical update, but I've told you what it's looking like and that you should keep your eyes and ears open and pay attention. And anyone in these areas where these storms are traveling, please don't wait. Have your hurricane kits and plans ready now in case these things develop and come your way. Have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day. Peace, love, and kindness to each and every one of you. Please share this information with your family and friends and on your social media. I would appreciate it a lot. Peace, love, and kindness to all, and thanks for watching.